I'm screening all the callers.
Recording hit podcast. And that's the thing. Wanna talk that shit? Call me or Brad.
We're only accepting Game of Thrones related questions.
Oh no, we are not.
Today I witness a master in a metal rod. With all his might, until they're trying to keep him down. He was beaten down and cut, all of my fingers are shut. As I watch your head split, how can they resist? Today I'm finished with all the things I never had. Every day, something new to make a pile of trash. And what really counts is dead. The love you found is a myth. And I'm tired for a bit, roaming round a thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 9:55 p.m. Chicago time, and this is The Thing. I'm your host, Matthew Wainwright, with my co-host,
Brad the Gilly.
And we're here to bring you nothing but the news and everything but the news. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. When action happens, we're there. Brad, how you doing?
Good.
And I'm doing just fine. Today in local news...
oh my god! I hate this. Mostly because I don't know much about... Well, I don't listen to the radio all that much.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't either.
So even, like, making fun of it, it's, like, not in my domain.
Okay, well, we got two ways to go with this. So, Number one, my dad used to make me listen to a bunch of
NPR.
AM radio. No, not NPR. Actually, kind of came around more recently, which is really funny. And one time
NPR did not come around recently. Oh, you mean
no,
your dad
like
started
in my
listening to it recently?
yes.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
No, they're like NPR is like the newest local band.
NPR
Like never purged rationally. The new deathcore band. From
no, it's still
Chicago.
National Public Radio. Like that's just the name of the band.
Imagine if we did like an NPR Tiny Desk, but for this, I think that'd be a smash.
I was in an Uber not too long ago. The guy was listening to like NPR, and like they had on some kid talking about some shit he did for his high school or something, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's just talking, and I'm like, yo, no matter what he did, maybe it's not a great idea to have like a 16-year-old kid on NPR because he's not articulate at all, and he's just fucking
just not a good
stammering
speaker.
all over the place. Like he's just not saying anything worthwhile, and it was just like hell to listen to.
That's
like
so
he was talking about some shit where he was talking about he was doing something for his school. No, he started a club about being a man. And basically tackling, like, his club was tackling masculinity and being manly, but, like, in a way that's not toxic, I guess. I'm not sure entirely. But, like, the host was asking him, you know, like, oh, you know, where do you think boys your age, like, get their their symbol for what is a man. And he's just going on and on, like, oh, I guess, my parents and my teachers and, my parents and my teachers. I was like, oh, fuck me. This is this is the opposite of entertainment.
His parents didn't want to sit him down like, hey, listen, you want to hit these bullet points? He really doesn't have a good PR person.
He's just going all over. I mean, just like, think of any person you've talked in high school. I'm not talking about like valedictorian, the person who gave a speech like at your graduation. I'm just talking whatever, just random 16-year-old like chilling at Starbucks, and you just ask them to like say something meaningful about what it is to be a man in today's society and what they would ramble on about.
Exactly. Yeah. I get your point.
A lot of nonsense things in between the words I feel like. In my personal opinion. One of my least favorite sentences, by the way.
Oh my god. Like,
I hate the phrase in my personal opinion.
It's awful to have to like preface things like that. Because it's like, okay, if I'm listening to you,
right,
I'm just going to assume it's your personal opinion.
Also, I mean, partially I just hate the phrasing of personal opinion. An opinion can only be personal. In what way? Oh. You could just say, in my opinion.
Mr. Semantics guy.
No, I'm just saying. It's just a weird, like, it's a weird thing because, like, vocally what you're trying to do is make sure, like, the person hearing you knows, like, this is just me. Like, you're trying to, like, give yourself. I don't know. I hate it.
Well, I mean, it's just whack. Cause, like,
and then even just saying, in my opinion. Just say what you, just say your opinion. Just say the opinion. I could just say.
People don't want to get added.
Sure, sorry, I'm talking over you. People don't want to get added, yeah.
Yeah.
I can just say, I like Title Fight. I don't have to say, in my personal opinion, Title Fight is a good band.
Yeah.
If I say Title Fight is a good band, you should just assume that's my opinion. Yeah. Even though I'm saying it in such a way that sounds like a fact.
But, you really got to dumb things down for,
people.
Twitter. And things for Twitter. I don't know.
This is on the radio.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
This is NPR.
Well, think about, like, the old man that's listening to that. He's like, well, if he was just like, oh, like, 16-year-old, this is my, like, doesn't state it at all. He's not like, he's just like, well, to be a man, blah, 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 blah. And then some old guy's like, yeah, this little turd's fucking wrong. Like, it's all about fishing.
But even if they don't preface it with, in my personal opinion, think of most, like, fucking old men They're going to act like that regardless. Like,
I don't give a shit either way. Like, this 16-year-old's a 16-year-old. I don't know. Like, there's no need to put a microphone in front of a 16-year-old.
I agree.
Like, they're just going to go on about, like, yeah, we need to fight for the minimum wage worker. Or so, actually, that's not what my causes were at 16. So I really don't know what 16-year-olds talk about. Do you even remember being 16?
Let's see, 16.
What 16? I remember at the end of being 16 is when I got my
I'm trying
first
to remember.
job.
What is that? Like sophomore year of high school? 16.
Junior
year. Sophomore to junior year.
Yeah, for me that was my junior year.
So I don't know, just like listening to, like, Between the Buried and Me.
Going to a lot of pop punk shows. I was on Tumblr pretty heavy. I feel like that was the year. So like my junior year, I don't know why, but this show sticks out just in my mind pretty heavy. Mm-hmm. And one time I was meeting this girl off of Tumblr at a show. And if you guys are curious, it's the Glamour Kills tour that was at the Glass House.
Nice. Was there, definitely.
And me and this girl were talking on like Tumblr maybe for like a couple weeks before the show. And I don't know what in my mind possessed me to ask her this question, but I was like, how tall are you? And she said 5'10", which is my current height now.
Yeah.
My junior year of high school, that was not the case.
Right.
And she's like, I'm 5'10". And I was like, oh yeah, me too. Cool. Can't wait to see you there. So I actively went out of my way to like not see her.
Oh my God.
Cause I was like, damn, like I'm short, dog. and then just proceeded to have a great time. And a really funny thing so I don't know, it's not funny really, but I remember that show was sold out.
Okay.
The Story So Far opened that show.
Mm-hmm.
The Story So Far was probably bigger than every band except for the Wonder Years at that moment.
Yeah.
Or maybe they might have been like pretty on track with Transit.
Yeah.
But like the sold out crowd was there for The Story So Far. And then they all left.
Oh, yeah.
And then A Loss for Words played for 60 people.
Definitely me. I was 100% in that room.
Oh, yeah. I was there too. But like they played to nobody.
Yeah. I recall this.
And I thought it was just so sad.
Oh, man. I hung out at that show with some unfortunate people.
Yeah, like who?
Oh,
Do tell.
I'm not gonna name names.
Listen, man, we're not holding back this year.
Let's say we'll call them vocalist of major Orange County deathcore band.
Are you hanging out with Jesse from Stick to Your Guns?
No. Wait, did I say major? I meant like major local. Like the top. I didn't mean major like a major band. I meant like the top of the local food chain.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And said band's like merch dude. Yeah, fun times.
Also, another story about this dude
This is
was
a different show, actually. Well, it doesn't matter. Who fucking cares?
yeah, well,
Oh my God.
different show, but we're talking about the same person, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we were at another Wonder Years show, and me being a big vinyl collector at the time, this is when the Wonder Years were doing their 4 shows in 24 hours.
Yep.
And it was like a mission to get the Anaheim special release screen printed record
Right.
that I still own and signed by 4 out of the 6 members of the Wonder Years.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm waiting in like this big crowd because like the records are coming. Like they kept saying like, oh, the records are on their way, and I had to like watch some like, so the opening band, I forget who they were, but imagine the audience, imagine in your mind's eye the local dad band that plays your favorite local shithole bar. It's them, but they're not playing covers. It's just originals. And like the sound's better than at like the Etowanda Roadhouse.
Right.
So they opened the show. Had to like wait in this crowd of sweaty people, listen to them. Then we had to watch the Sheds. The records came. And they gave out like those little raffle tickets to make sure like people specifically got copies.
Right.
And this guy said, yo, I've been here since 2 p.m. If one of you gets one of these fucking tickets, I'm going to punch you in your fucking throat and kill you in the parking lot.
Yep.
Could we take his word for it? At the time, I thought so.
Definitely something that
But he was
person would say.
he was behind me in line, so, you know, if anybody was going to get that record, it was actually going to be me.
Yeah.
If we're just working with the order of everything.
And as we heard at the beginning of the story, you did.
It's true. It's very true.
I just got a new turntable
Very nice.
and a new speaker to go with it, and I donated my old ones to Goodwill.
It's funny you say that because now I'm looking at my record collection. I'm like, God, I want to get rid of this stuff.
Nice. Just send it all to me for free. And pay the postage.
Oh my God, no. Wow.
Sorry about
Mr. Moneybags trying to lowball.
Hell yeah. I spent too much money in the last couple of days.
No, sure. What is that? $200?
I'll just not say.
No. Okay. Cool. Nailed it right on the head.
What?
No, the price, but I know it's more than that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, I did spend $200 today, fucking not realizing how expensive shit was at this. Anais and I go to this store called Eco Collective. I think I've talked about them before on the podcast.
Yes, these are your these are your pull out the dishes at somebody else's house friends.
Yeah. And we went there today, and we went to the farmer's market, and got a few things, like 5 or 6 things, and somehow spent $200. And like none of these things are things you would think, oh yeah, that makes sense, pricey. Like there were things like a comb and a toothbrush and some toothpaste, some dishwasher pods. Somehow $200.
Riveting. Caller.
$200 for all that. We don't have a call. You're full of shit. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, first time, long time.
First time one.
Yes.
Also,
Brad.
pet shit is expensive.
Oh,
Spent a lot of money at
do you guys
Mud Bay
have a
today.
dog now?
The dog's coming.
Dog's coming.
It's Ani's dog that's back in California. We're going to be in California.
It's running all the way
Yep.
to
Anis
Seattle.
and I are going to California this Wednesday. So for all my Cali homies, going to be in California from Wednesday the 17th to Sunday the whatever date that is, 21st or something.
Sure.
And yeah, we're going. Anis's friend is getting married, so we're going to the wedding, and we're bringing her dog back with us. So we went and got him a bunch of stuff, like a bed. Got him a bed for here and a bed for my office.
Are you gonna bring him to work?
Yeah, definitely. Don't want to leave him at home all day, so
Hmm.
bring him to work. You can hang out. There's other dogs there you can play with. But yeah, very excited to bring him home. So now we can go to the farmer's market and be the ones with the best dog. It's always a competition. Nobody says it is, but it is. It's a competition
Oh my God.
to see who has the best dog at the farmer's market.
Does
Today,
you're getting more normie by
Today.
the fucking minute, dude. Shut up. Well,
Today the
first of
winner
all,
was a dog that was so tiny it could
oh
literally
my God,
fit
no
in the
one
palm of your hand.
cares. So, Brad
You want to know what I
texted
got at the
me.
farmer's market?
Brad texted me a couple weeks ago.
Oh, then I got
Picture
put on
him.
blast on the timeline about it. Jesus, that was...
Posted
Got
a-
my business put out there by you and my girlfriend.
Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna get to that one in a second. So, Brad texted me a picture of him with new Nikes. They look like the Roshis or whatever the hell
They
they
are.
are. And he said, adjusting or becoming full normie now.
Yeah, I said leaving the punk life behind me.
Yeah, becoming full, which is like punks. They all wear Nikes now. Like it's
That's true, I guess.
there's you know that stupid thing like there's no ethical consumption in the means of, or in the time of capitalism.
Sure, yeah,
But like
probably more a
Nikes,
little more eloquently put, but yeah.
yeah, well, whatever. Nikes are comfortable as shit, so
Yeah, well, I mean, I actually did get them with the, under the belief that I'm going to actually exercise in them.
yeah.
So they're not the shoes I wear every day. They are my shoes to take to
Well,
the gym.
I'm glad that those aren't the shoes that you wear every day because also Brad wears pants every day.
Yeah.
Brad does not cuff his jeans. Therefore,
So what?
if everyone's had a dad, you know the pant to shoe ratio. There's no gap. It's pant and then shoe. No sock in between.
Right.
So it looks like you're wearing like long black pants that also go onto your feet.
Yeah.
So that's normie part number one. So no cuff.
What's wrong with no cuff? I've never worn a cuff.
Number two, your new obsession with trying to stunt on everybody at the farmer's market. Trying to stunt on people in the farmer's market?
That's not stunting. I just want to have the best dog.
But that's a stunt.
No,
You cannot
it's
tell me
just-
that that's not a stunt.
I just want to. I just love the dog. I want everyone
You're
else to love
trying
it too.
you're trying to flex
It's not a flex.
on people at the farmer's
It's
market.
not a flex.
Just admit it.
No, I just want people to love my dog.
Number three. I don't have a third one, but let's go ahead and bring up a tweet
Jesus.
from Brad's lover.
Yep.
Oh, breaking news on the Twitter Explorer. There's some serious shade being thrown on GOT.
Why?
I don't know.
I want to see.
Brad, we're
Oh,
not doing
maybe.
this. Oh, number three, Game of Thrones.
But I've always watched Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but that's just because you're full normie now, but that was like the descent into it.
No.
What the hell is her at? There you go. So, you let your girl peg you, yeah?
Yeah?
Interesting. How do you like it? She just threw it out there on the timeline. Was that like, did you guys have to talk about that? Was she like, hey, can I post this up on the TL real
Nope,
quick?
she just did it. It's fine, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care that much. It's not that big of a deal.
You should have just texted back like, yo, relax.
It's fine.
I don't know. You sound like it doesn't seem fine.
No, it's like, I don't really care. I mean, I wouldn't put it out there, but it's out there and I don't care. Yeah. I tell people. People ask, I tell them. It's fine. It's nice. I like it.
Oh. People ask, I'm just
What
curious.
you have to
that
know
people-
too is like this wasn't like something when this first started. It's not like something she brought up. It was like, hey, I want to do this to you. It was something I started.
Oh, you brought it up.
Yes.
You're the freak.
Yeah, I bought it.
Wow.
Well, always been. We've known this.
Is it the big one?
I mean,
Is
it's
it a
not
big
bad.
guy?
No.
To like,
Yeah.
who asks you about? I don't think anybody asks you about this.
It just comes up.
With who?
With people, it's come up.
Like your mom? Like, hey
no.
mom, like, you know, like work's been hard lately. Like I got this project to come out. Oh, what else is new? Oh well, Anis and I started pegging. So, what is that?
This
Oh my
been
God.
going on, by the way. This is not like new.
It was new to me.
Sure. This is like
Who are you trying to impress? The kink crowd is not our crowd. They're not like, oh.
I'm not trying to impress anyone. You brought it up.
We're trying to be like, I ain't new to this shit.
Well, no, I'm just saying like this isn't like talking about this. It's not like I just started this like 2 weeks ago and I've already been telling people about it. Like it's come up, you know, because people talk about whatever, like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. And
Well, just imagine this started like 2 weeks ago, and you're on like the press circuit. So it's like you're doing this show. You do Jimmy Fallon tomorrow.
yeah,
Oh,
I'll
you're
just
gonna
tell them
you're
all
gonna
the
hit
same
Colbert
thing.
on
It's
Tuesday.
nice. I like it.
So next we're gonna
don't do it every time. You know,
We're not.
we started doing it like, you know, maybe 5-6 months ago,
Yeah.
and it's in that time have maybe done it 4 or 5 times. So it's not like an all the time thing.
Now you sound embarrassed. You don't like talking about yourself now, do you?
Not that kind of stuff.
But I'm getting you ready for when you're on NPR.
I'm not gonna go on NPR. Fuck NPR. I only speak on things that I get paid to speak on.
Oh yeah, are they like
We get paid here by our
PBS?
sponsors,
Like
so.
they get donations.
Yeah. I wouldn't get paid
Ah.
like I get paid here for our sponsor with Serta Mattresses.
Serta,
Serta. Don't.
you got an achy breaky back.
Yep.
Serta will Billy Ray Cyrus that boy back into
What the fuck?
mend your back.
What's this Billy
Like
Ray
he,
Cyrus
like he
thing?
mended your heart.
So what's going on with him?
What's going on with Billy Ray?
Yeah, he just
Oh,
like
his PR person said, "Listen, if you want to keep making this money the way you've been making these last couple years, you better get down with this little black boy." Like that's all it is. Like, okay, so I imagine most of our listeners haven't been living under a rock, so we can just go ahead and jump into the Lil Nas X thing. But like, I don't know if it was I either watched a clip of an interview or I saw an excerpt from an interview, but essentially like Billy Ray Cyrus hears Old Town Road, and he's like, "Oh, I knew from the moment I heard this song, this was gonna be a hit. Like I knew this kid was a star, and I just had to figure out how to collaborate with him for some reason." And it's like, no, not at all.
Definitely not.
Your manager was like, "Hey, listen, you can't play at the Rancho Cucamonga Cultural Center and sell $50 tickets. That's obviously not working." So,
look, for some reason right now, people think some country sounding stuff and rap kind of sounds funny right now. So cash in.
Exactly. That's what happened. But I don't get like, who gives a shit if it's on Billboard or not? Like that's normie troubles. Or that's like you are not normie troubles.
Normie chat.
Let's talk about property tax.
r/normie chat.
Is that a subreddit already?
Probably.
No. But anyway, like
similar.
I think like getting upset about like, oh, a little Nas not on the Billboard charts, like it's good for jokes.
Yeah.
But I don't understand. It's just like, oh, so he wasn't on the country one. Like he's still collecting off of streams. Well, I don't know. And plus the Billy Ray Cyrus part to that song is fucking god awful.
Yeah.
Like I had no idea what Billy Ray Cyrus sounded like in 2019, and now that I know, I wish I didn't. Ever.
I'm not entirely sure I could have picked him out of a crowd, look-wise. But I'm not good at that in general.
Well, you could have picked him out. He's like, he looks like Johnny Depp, but like not really.
He does kind of look like Johnny Depp, huh?
He's like,
in my head, I'm just picturing Johnny Depp actually.
The last couple years, like Billy Ray Cyrus has actually just been like the Johnny Depp that walks in front of like the Nokia Theater in Hollywood and is like, "Oh, would you like a picture?"
What'd you have for dinner?
I
don't know. You delayed us for food.
we're not doing normie chat.
Come on, what'd you have for dinner?
No, we're not doing it. So
you want to know about at the grocery store?
Wait, no.
You want to hear the gym report? Who's at the gym right now? Nobody's at the gym right now. Everyone's watching Game of Thrones.
Oh my god, I wish people would stop watching Game of Thrones.
Why? It's a good show.
It's not.
I mean, this episode was fucking boring, but that's fine.
Oh my god.
What? Look, I just watched it. It's in my brain.
All across the nation tomorrow, that same sentence is gonna ring out at like every
I just
water
feel
cooler
like
or
if this is gonna
room.
this is gonna be the last season, and they said they're only doing 8. I think actually they're only doing 6 episodes for their final season, and they waste one of them with this. No, I mean nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's gonna be everywhere.
That's all it's gonna be. But and then I feel stupid because like, well, I don't feel stupid because I actually don't really have like a hot take against Game of Thrones. That's just not my speed.
Mm-hmm.
But having like a hot take against it, like, well, George R.R. Martin didn't even finish it. Like, this is in HBO's hands. Like, of course it's gonna be trash, or like the other way around.
Yeah, I don't know.
He just didn't have the writing capabilities to finish it. HBO took it and fucking. It's so stupid.
I agree, it is stupid. People should just enjoy shit that they like.
And then I'll be there to be like, I don't think that's that good.
All work of art should just be anonymous.
No.
Until after reception.
No, I don't like that. Because that means you have to actually listen to everything or watch something.
Why? You afraid you can't get by on your good looks, Matt?
Oh no, I'm skating by on that. I was thinking about this today. I think I definitely have like, I'm in top 10 smiles of all time.
Pretty privilege. Unbelievable.
Yeah, like I got a good smile.
Can't believe you're
I'm probably
skating
like
by on your pretty privilege.
I'm number 4 on the smile list.
Like in the world?
Yeah.
Who's numbers 1 through 3?
I haven't thought about that yet, but there has to be like somebody. The only reason I'm not number 4 is because like I have that chip on like my bottom tooth.
Mm-hmm.
But there might be like a couple of people better than me. But I feel like number 4, like on the world smile list, like I got a good one, like number 4. Like yeah, like if you ever see me when I like actually enjoy something and I just got a good grin.
Never. I don't think you're capable of enjoying things when I'm around or around to witness it. It's like Schrodinger's cat, right? Schrodinger's cat, right? Right, like you may be happy, it's possible, but like the act of me observing it makes it not so.
I think we might be able to go on record as no one like beside me has ever seen me like happy or like smile.
No one besides me has ever seen me happy.
But like sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, damn, like I'm good. Or like when you listen, we've never been in like the studio together because there's nothing like when you're listening back to a hot track and you're just like, that's the one.
Never had such a feeling.
Oh, this is taking forever to load. Come on. It's 10:25.
Oh my god. Stop the break. Should we just start doing radio? Like actually stop recording these and broadcast? Like if you miss it, you miss it?
I've thought about that. I think it would be really cool. But only
would it to just do radio? Like I have to imagine this conversation happens like people starting to do a podcast like all the time. Like unironically, probably like not even realizing what they're saying at first, saying something like what if we broadcast this live and didn't record it? Like not realizing they're just describing radio.
Right.
I bet that happens all the time, and then they're like, "Oh, fuck, that's just radio."
That's like one of my favorite tweets ever is like, it's like a pretty popular account, but it was really funny because it was like every week some tech bro comes up with the brand new invention for public transportation.
Oh yeah,
and it's just like it's just this long thread of articles, but like and we call this the super bus. It picks you up every other block.
Yeah. It's funny. I love seeing. So not every time. There's been times where Anis and I are walking, right? And we'll see someone like fly by on like a one wheel or like a hoverboard thing or whatever, right?
Oh yeah, scammer board.
And she's always like, they look like a fucking nerd. Mm-hmm. And I agree, they do look so fucking lame. But at the same time, it's like we're the ones walking around, like getting places slowly, putting in more effort, looking at the person zipping by us on a fucking wheel, going, nerd.
That's nerd as shit, though.
It is, but at the same time, it's like it is fucking convenient to just like get places quickly, like without having to actually walk.
Yeah, but like where do you gotta be? Just set a little bit extra time in your day to just take a walk, take a stroll.
Like her point was at first was like they just look funny because they're just kind of like standing there leaning forward.
I mean, it does look pretty fucking.
I was like, if you stripped away like if you made a car see through, everyone would look funny. They're just sitting there floating, going fast.
Yeah, but there's yet to be an invisible car, so.
And if there was, people would look funny. But that's what you're doing when you're in a car. You're sitting in a seat going like forward. It's like it's like laughing at people in a car like nerds.
Sometimes. Depends on the car.
Laugh.
I laugh at everybody.
Oh man. I'm renting a car when I go back to Rancho.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about doing that too, but not this trip for the next one. But keep going.
And
what are you gonna get? Get a Land Rover.
I rented a Cadillac.
That's dope as fuck.
So I get a company discount. So it's like the same price as if I was renting like. So this is like not really even a flex because it's like the same price if I was renting like a Honda Civic.
Sure.
Because it's like half off.
But you got a Cadillac.
So well, technically Enterprise doesn't like you don't actually pick the car. It's like a category. It's like the category's luxury. And it's a Cadillac XTS or similar. So
you should have sprung for the Land Rover.
The Land Rover.
Or
It's weird.
Hummer.
I did 2 searches on Enterprise. One where like I had the like company account number and one without it, and there were like different cars available. It was weird. So like, if I would have gone like my just like without it, there was like a Mustang convertible that I was thinking about doing.
Oh my god!
But I was like, nah.
What are you gonna do? Drive that through fucking Victoria Gardens?
Yeah, with the top down, blasting music. I was like, nah, never mind. I'll go with.
No, this is my mixtape.
But yeah, you know, I'm only there for like a couple days, so it's like not that expensive. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll rent a Cadillac. It'll be fun. I feel like if you're ever gonna rent a car, like why not spend like the $20-$30 more a day to get like something you wouldn't normally drive, like or like you would never buy.
That's very true.
But I'm excited about it.
With that little news clip, though, I was trying to transition. So last night, I was.
You had the conversation with Tori to start pegging.
No.
Nice. Welcome to the club.
We were talking about. Well, actually, we weren't talking about. But I don't know how I got on it. But I was showing her. A shout out to our man Ian. From Regional Justice Center, but I was showing her like all the videos that he's done, and so I was trying to get to the Seattle's New Gods video, and I start to type in Seattle on YouTube on our TV, and the first video that comes up is Seattle's dying.
Nice.
Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay, so
it's because of all the tech bros.
No, funny enough, it's not for tech, but it's like it's this hour-long documentary. We didn't get all the way through, and I'll tell you why. But it's this documentary about like the homeless problem that's there.
Oh yeah.
And so Seattle's dying. For the first 20 minutes, you really cannot decide what side of the fence they're on, like why it's dying.
Are they like anti-homeless?
Essentially, but it took them 40 minutes to just flat out say, like, yeah, the homeless are the problem here.
Oh, wow. So it's not like, oh, Seattle has a problem, like, there's all these rich people, and nobody helps the homeless. It's like,
okay,
paradise has gone to shit because there's too many homeless people?
Yes.
Whoa, that's fucked up.
So, like, in the first couple minutes of it, though, they have this one guy who's, like, pro-Seattle, and he's talking about how, like, it's a fucked up situation.
Pro Seattle.
Yeah, but he was talking about like how much he like loves Seattle and like it's a fucked up situation, and like it seems like there's so much like rampant homelessness. Like, is there anything that we can really do about it?
Yeah.
And not in like oh, it's fuck it, there's nothing we could do. He's like, you know, he's generally confused. But then every person they get after him. So the second guy they interview, and also this is like, I was trying to figure out if it was like in the bottom corner. It's by this channel called like WKN News, and it's like ABC4. And I was like, who put in money to like fund an hour-long documentary for like anti-homelessness? Like who? But then, like, the second person they interview is this guy who's talking about how, like, his business is hurting because homeless people sleep in front of his, like, warehouse.
Okay.
But they set it up beforehand. They're like, this is local business owner, like, Antonio something. See if you can't hear the disdain in his voice for this homeless problem. And I was like, oh, like, he's just going to be mad that, like, we're putting people out. And he's like, no, these people come... They sleep out front and they're taking away my business.
What the fuck?
So that was like my first like I was like, wait a second. And then like, yeah, it's like, it took forever, but it took up until like it got to like a cop who retired, who was like, he retired off of the force because he had like one superior tell him to go down to this RV that was just, you know, obviously like not a moving RV. Was told to go down there and clean it up.
Right.
Because it was like trash. Right.
Okay.
I know, right? And so he goes and he does it, and then another superior got mad at him, and then he just decided to retire then.
Okay.
And then at the end he was like, you know, like, and he's like, honestly, he's like, you can't put your RV there. You can't put your tent right there. You can't do it. It's gross.
Oh my god.
Yes, it was disgusting at a moment, like at a point, but like for a second that they seriously throw you off with the first guy.
Yeah.
But then it's like it's a bunch of like, oh, like these homeless people are ruining our beautiful city.
Jesus.
And then I was like, yeah, I gotta turn the shit
Yeah,
off.
there definitely are people in the city who act like that. I like, this is not the first I've heard people talk about like homeless in Seattle. Like they're like a blight.
Yeah.
Like it's very weird. Like, oh yeah. Because for a second I was like, nobody thinks like that. Like, or for a second, like when you're talking about like the small business owner, like, you know, thinking like people don't come to my business because there's homeless people hanging outside. And in my mind at first I was like, nobody thinks like that. But yeah, people do.
Yeah.
Like I don't, like I've never thought that like, oh, I love that restaurant, but yeah, there's always homeless people hanging out outside, so I won't go.
Yeah, like that's just, I mean, obviously, like it's just small-minded thinking, but like it's so crazy to think anybody would think that.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like even when you hear it, you're like, what?
Yeah, it's very odd.
But yeah, like basically turned it off after a point. Well, it was also just kind of like once I figured out like the whole point of it, I was like, okay, like I got it. I don't need another 30 minutes of this.
Right.
But it was the worst part was like it was just they were taking statements from like cops who shall not be named.
Right.
It like everything was like, by this Seattle police officer.
Right.
But it was as if like everything was just like, oh, like we used to be able to throw these homeless people just right into the clinker, and now we gotta like talk to them for a couple minutes. This is some bullshit.
Now we gotta give them a blanket.
Yeah, it's like, it's insane. Ugly as shit. But
Yeah. On a more positive note, Anais was telling me that where she works, Banana Republic, they do like a monthly or maybe bi-monthly thing where they like volunteer at shelters.
oh, that's cool.
So she's like helping out some time soon. It's like they're doing like making tacos at homeless shelter. So we went and
That's dope.
bought a bunch of lettuce at Whole Foods because she was in charge of bringing lettuce.
That's sick.
I had a great idea.
Yeah. Let's hear
Right.
it. Oh,
Do it.
yeah, our radio idea?
No, fuck the radio. So in past episodes, we've talked about basically startup ideas for the punk scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what I want to do more than anything in this world is exploit punks. So I just hatched another great punk startup. You may have seen a post about some guy who was basically coming back into the scene after leaving.
No.
It was funny. It was just like a funny post about this guy who left the hardcore scene to pursue rap, but then gave up and then decided to come back to hardcore, and he's back for good.
What?
I don't know, dude. I'll find it and read it to you. But that gives me, I'm thinking about this, right? That probably happens, right? People quote leave the hardcore scene, and then they're like, "Oh man, I hear Have Heart's getting back together.
Yeah.
I better become part of this again so I could be part of the conversation." So, here's the app. What you do is you put in everything you know about hardcore, right?
Okay.
And then we use a machine learning algorithm to figure out what you've missed out on in hardcore and what your talking point should be when you go to your first hardcore show back into the scene. So it's like you never left at all. So like if the last thing, so you're basically recording all the things you know about hardcore, right? So the last thing like you heard was I heard like those dudes from Rotting Out got arrested for trafficking drugs, right? it'd be like, oh man, oof. Our algorithm would be like, whoa there, partner. You've been out of the game for a while. Let me catch you up to speed on all things
listen,
hardcore.
dude. What are you, some kind of fucking idiot?
No. Very polite. It gives you talking
Okay.
points.
It's like Siri when you cuss at it.
Right. So now when you go to the show, you don't look like the fucking loser who just decided to come back into the scene because something exciting happened.
It's a good idea, but I immediately saw this as a way for like men who are like nearing 30, like 30 to 35-year-olds, like being able to hit on 18-year-olds. Like, yo.
No, it's not like no. It's not a chat thing.
No. I know it's not a chat thing.
Oh, sure.
Like,
they have the talking points now to hit on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard that new Vane record?
That's gonna happen anyway. It just makes it easier. That's fine. Yeah, because if there's anything 30 to 35-year-old men are into, it's apps. That's for damn sure.
Dude, they love apps.
Apps and microbrewing.
Candy Crush.
Oof.
We'll call it Scene Crush.
So that's my current app idea.
I like it. We'll work on it.
So it's that. What was the other one? I don't remember.
Oh, Punk Scene Tycoon.
Boxing Tycoon, yeah. Oh man, that one was great because we just sell data.
That one's really good. That's way easier to make money off of that one.
Yeah. I think the only revenue stream for the get you back in the scene is like ads. You can just sell ads.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean maybe there could be some premium subscription, like
Like you get to call one of us on the phone.
Like we can get some real personal data. Like if you give like your if you sign up for premium, like we'll find your area code and we'll find out like who's currently dating in the hardcore scene.
No.
So,
So then
you know what I mean? Like who's fucked your ex? We'll figure it out.
Who's on the sex offenders list but hasn't told anybody?
Right. Yeah. Ooh, no. Fuck.
Oh,
if you sign up for premium
in your area.
Yes. Sign up for premium is the only way to find out who's been canceled, right?
Oh,
because then if you don't sign up for premium, you might talk about someone who's been canceled.
Yeah.
You might you might not think about it, and you'll talk about you'll talk about Expire. They got canceled, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. You'll talk about Expire, and people are like, "Whoa, bro, that's not cool." Or you might like wear your Expire beanie. You found it. It was like under a bunch of folded.
You found your Expire beanie.
Yeah. It was like in a drawer
right next to your Soul Search beanie. That's
it was in a drawer
dust.
underneath like a bunch of like your lease.
Some 7 inches, but no turntable.
And but if you sign up for back in the scene premium, then we'll let you know who's canceled.
No, don't worry about speaking about the problematic in public ever again.
Yeah.
Dude, I can see the ad too. So we market this like pretty late at night so that way we can get like cheap ad space, not have to spend too much for it.
Yeah.
But looking for hot canceled in your area?
Hot canceled.
Oh, we'll even go so far as to like search up like Twitter beefs. So it's
And
like
we
if
could
it's
also
just like some dude who's not even in a band, but he said like a fucked up thing one time. We're just like, hey, it's cancelable.
Then we could have like a follow-up app, which is just a safe space for people to talk about people who've been canceled.
I want to make a safe space for the canceled.
Yeah, safe space for the canceled.
That's gonna be my fest.
I have a feeling like cancel culture is gonna do a 180 and become like you shouldn't ruin people's careers for their past culture.
I don't think it'll ever get there. I just think people will get like tired of it.
Yeah, maybe.
Cause I've been saying that too, like, cause obviously like everything goes in trends and
It takes a while,
whatever.
I think.
But I think just the kids who like, I don't know, for lack of a better phrasing, but like kids who like came up canceling people.
Kids who came up canceling, nice.
Yeah, they're just like, they're gonna start paying rent. And
They were
just
born
gonna
in the
go,
cancel.
Yeah. I adopted the cancel.
You merely adopted the cancel. I was born in it.
Oh my god.
Damn. I'm gonna watch that movie now.
What was I gonna say though? Oh, like I think just all those kids are gonna end up like having leases and having to pay rent and buy groceries.
Oh yeah, they just won't care. Yeah.
And so, yeah, they're like, who's gonna have the time?
Sure.
Like, it's not like I do anything crazy, but I hop on the timeline and go, who the hell are we talking about? Never mind, I'm out of here.
Time?
That's what I'm saying though. Once all their free time gets eaten up.
Hey, what are you getting me for my birthday?
What am I getting you for your birthday?
Yeah. I felt like that topic was running out of steam, so I hard switched it.
I'll uncancel you.
You'll what?
I'll uncancel you.
Oh man! Oh my god! Oh man! What if people?
I started developing the app like on the site, and you're the first person to add to cancel. I can't let that R. Kelly thing slide, dude.
Oh damn! What if people who are in the canceled list can pay like bail to get off of the canceled list?
I like it.
Oh man! Do you think? I wonder if there's anyone who's currently devising a scheme to like. They're like a career coach, but for getting uncanceled. You know what I mean?
The canceled.
That's got to
union.
That's got to be hot right now, right? Like people trying to. I mean, because
I think that's
so
something
far the best
should,
approach
like,
is just wait, right?
Yeah,
Like wait 2 weeks and
so
someone else get canceled. As long as like, yeah.
There's like two methods that work. There's that one, which is I think that's the Where method, Where 2019.
Yeah. I don't think apology letter ever works. It's never good enough.
No, yeah, no one's ever gonna read that, or like obviously like the peons aren't gonna like read that and go, oh, okay, yeah, apology accepted.
And I mean, part of it's human nature. It's hard to apologize without trying to also excuse yourself.
Right.
Like there's always the I'm sorry, but.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like for any person, it's hard.
Exactly. But there's also just the keep pushing method.
Just like lean into it?
No. Like not lean into it, but like skirt it off like it never happened.
Sure, yeah.
Like how many times like was like a rapper just like, oh, like he beat his baby moms or something, and then it's like
just keep going.
This is a bad example, but it's like, you know, he beat his baby moms. ASAP Rocky World Tour coming 2019, all dates sold out, like. And honestly, like, or not to like bring up old shit, but just like seeing shit happen. Like, remember when like Parker Cannon kicked that chick in the crowd?
Yeah.
And like people were like, oh, like we've always known this about Parker. He's hated women.
Yeah.
And blah blah blah. And like they're still touring.
Yeah.
Like there is not like a single. They've maybe lost like, I don't know, 100 fans, but they probably got like 500 more because of it, like, or at least like in that time.
Yeah, they're definitely up.
Yeah,
like,
and they never once. I don't think like ever once they were like, oh, like sorry to that girl, or they were like sorry for what we did, or fuck you, we'll do whatever we want. I
just
think
kept going.
They literally, never said a damn thing, kept touring, and continue to keep touring.
And dollar sign TSSF is up.
Their stock is high. Welcome to Mad Money. Hold on. I got this. Hold on. I got this new phone, so Face ID doesn't like. You either need it to work right when you need it, or it's not.
Your
gonna
old
work
company's stock is up.
Oh, is it? Like, what is it, 70 now? Or no, it has to be 68.
76.
76?
Yeah.
What the hell is Starbucks doing?
They're doing it right, I guess.
That's crazy. That's like it's not even summer.
Chipotle stock is hot right now. Facebook
Where's
miraculously up. Netflix way down.
Are you welcome to Mad Band with Matt Wainwright? $sign TSSF is all the way up. If you want to get in stock, get now. You want to sell all your first pressings of Under Soil and Dirt. You want to get on the ground floor of this, all right? We got the clear with green splatter selling for about $90. You put that on bid, it's going up. 10:48. We got Brad with traffic.
Starbucks Reserve stores have oat milk now, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, whatever. So
Traffic report is I don't drive. Walk.
there you go.
I sometimes rent a zip car.
So I have a long-standing beef with a lot of people. No, but with one man in particular. His name is Lucas Abad.
Okay.
This is continuing into my I keep looking at things to make me angry even though I shouldn't.
I don't
It's
know
very
who this
corny.
person is.
So Lucas Abad, if you want to, do you have your phone by you?
Yeah.
Look him up on the IG.
How do I spell it?
Luka.
Is this the guy people say you look like?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So this is the
remember I asked
guy
Ani
people say I
too.
look like.
I remember I asked Ani East who it is. I forgot why. Like, it was in relation to you. And I was like, why
Right.
would Matt be talking about him? And she said probably because they look alike.
So he's stolen my whole flow.
Yeah.
So before, when I had the big hair, that's when people said I looked like him all the time.
Right.
And I was like, all right, let's let this shit dread up.
Now
Shit
he's
started
all
to
dreaded
dread up. Now he's all dreaded up. What does he do? So,
His
It got-
mustache don't look good, though.
he's... First of all, I'm way more attractive than this guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's keep it 100.
Yeah. This guy is definitely... This is busted, Matt.
So, he posted something, and it was a video. I didn't read the caption, but the video was him talking about how he in the video he goes, "Oh, like today is the first episode of my brand new talk show." And I pause it, slam the table nearest to me, and I
First
said, "This
episode of Kerwin Talks is out now.
right." So he's not Kerwin though. Kerwin is some fucking dude who's popping up for whatever reason. I saw him in a bunch of Kanye videos.
Yeah.
But I was like, this motherfucker copies all my moves.
Yeah.
He's watching me.
Yeah.
So whichever one of you fucks is hipping him to whatever I do. If this asshole ends up in a band in the next 5 months, I'm fucking him up.
Damn, he's got a little rose tattoo.
See? He's still on my whole flow, Sway.
What is he? Creative entrepreneur?
See, what kind of
The
whack
fuck
ass
does that
title
mean?
is that? It's just
Champion. Wait, he
I-
works for Champion?
I feel like he might work for Champion. But I think people just hire him to be in their clothes
Oh, okay.
and like to be in LA.
What's at
Also,
Hot
I watched
Mess?
like a couple minutes of like his talk show thing.
Huh.
Very boring individual.
Sure. To be expected, right?
If there's anything more boring than the normies, it's the rich.
The influencers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuz they're like, "Oh, like Luca, why do you stay at this fancy hotel? I don't like this fancy hotel." "Oh, well, I stay at the fancy hotel because I came here one time. I keep coming. And that's the story." Whereas me and my good man Brad Gully right here can tell you all about the time we stayed in Reading that one time. I'll tell you that story again and again. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting.
I might go back there for my birthday.
To Reading?
Yeah, that might be that hotel in particular. That La Quinta Inn. You know what I mean? Be a nice little birthday surprise for me.
Go right back to bleachers.
I'm gonna rent a U-Haul. Not put
Oh.
anything in it, just just to keep the experience authentic.
Yeah, just to see if I could do it. See if I still got it.
Drive down there and just hang out, go across the street, sit at the bar and not order alcohol, and just watch it like melt the bartender's mind.
Or what if you like walk in and they're like they all remember you and they're like,
Yeah.
"Hey,
Hey, Mr. I don't
It's
drink,
no-
huh?
no drink. We know you."
Hey, somebody get a water for this guy over here. Oh my god.
And then it's awkwardly quiet in there like the last time.
Yup. God, what do we even talk about in there? Who cares, I guess.
What?
Fun trip.
It was good. It was good until I had to drive.
Yeah.
And I was like,
You drove like the worst part of it too.
I know, but
I don't know why.
It makes me an experienced driver.
Yeah, I guess.
I
Yeah.
could drive anybody's band anywhere. I can do it. So you want to do the radio?
Fuck you, I'm not doing the radio. I'm only doing ideas that exploit the punk.
Well, the only reason like doing like a radio show sounds
That's the
good
hot
is,
dollar.
like in between, like you could play music, so it's just like I'm chilling.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Like little segment here, little music. I just want to put people on, you know. Remember the one time I was on the radio?
Yeah. Some college radio.
Yeah, so I was on college radio on the Valentine's Day show. And they're like, "Oh, we're doing songs about love and heartbreak." And I said, "Oh yeah, I got you on the heartbreak part." One of the hosts on the show was somebody I was dating at the time. And I thought it was a good idea to play "Don't Call Me Peanut" by Bayside on the show. And also I knew that the relationship wasn't working out because I feel like any proud partner would have been like, "Yo, get on the mic."
Yeah.
And I had to be like, "Oh, like, yeah, let me get on the mic real quick." And she's like, "Nah, please don't do that."
Because she knows, I mean, to be fair, because she knows you're going to talk shit.
Yeah, but about
Which is what you should do on a fucking college radio. Like,
oh yeah. Well, there's like, yo, and like the girl before was like, she was talking that like college shit.
yeah.
She's like, what man can stand up for me? And I was like, preach it. But I wasn't gonna talk shit. It was the Valentine's Day show. What if I wanted to be sweet and romantic? She killed the moment.
Nah, you probably would have talked about how, like, people need to, like, stop being mad and have sex more.
No, that was a couple years later.
God, I will never fucking forget the just look of shock on people's faces when at a local show you looked at the crowd and said, "What you need to do is find you a damn bitch." And people did not know how to react. Oh my god.
Am I wrong though?
No,
I'm not wrong.
You're definitely correct, but oh, that was funny.
Oh, that was a good show. I mean, I was pretty drunk by the time that we started playing too.
Yeah, and it was cold outside. It did not sound good in that area.
Yeah, no, not at all. But was it cold? I do not remember. Oh, it was kind of cold.
Yeah.
When we
Well,
played,
you know, it was cold for Southern California. I wouldn't find it cold now, being someone who lives in the Pacific Northwest.
It's some bullshit. It fucking snowed today.
I know. And
Like,
have you heard all the? Have you heard?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Even your man's tweeted it.
I fucking hate that stupid ass Game of Thrones. It's just so stupid.
So good, dude. Come
No.
on, even your girlfriend likes it. Did she watch it?
No, she did not watch it. We're currently rewatching Atlanta together
Cool.
because there's only black TV in this household.
Got it.
I'm not watching a show that doesn't have at least one black person in it. How many black people are in Game of Thrones?
2.
0, exactly. Ye doth is bad show with.
Ye doth is bad show. And that's our show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I think my high point was my punk idea, and I'm done. I'm very hungry. I have not eaten dinner. It's 9 p.m. No radio noises. I made tortellinis. I want to go eat them.
Wait. Oof.
Oh my god. Something about real estate over the past week.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's if
Yeah,
I'm going to leave you with any knowledge, real estate's not looking as good as it was.
In
Starbucks, apparently. God damn it.
Buy Lyft stock. That'll
I
go
quit
well.
at the wrong... We'll talk about jobs in a second, but you got anything to plug?
My birthday.
There you go.
Does that
Brad's
count?
birthday.
I never have anything to plug, so I'm gonna plug my birthday.
Yeah, Brad's
my
birthday is soon.
April 24th. Send me
There you
gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or well wishes.
Yeah. One time on Brad's birthday, I started dating somebody.
Yeah.
And then I showed up to Brad's birthday dinner late.
Yeah. Oh, wait, Tori? Oh
No.
Never mind. Yeah, for my birthday, everyone in honor of my birthday on April 24th, just get mad about something like in public, like not like visually or yeah.
Like you don't scowl, like just rant about something,
like
rant and rave.
I'm not saying like get out there and yell at someone, like don't be like a fucking lunatic. But like if you're out with like your significant other, notice a sign that has a sentence on it that doesn't make sense and complain about it.
Yeah, that's some pretty Brad thing to do.
Yeah. I had one recently. What was I mad about?
If you want to donate to the Brad birthday fund, if you have Venmo, just go ahead and send it to Matt 909 Wayne.
Yeah, it'll get to
that's MATT 909 WAIN. It'll get to Brad eventually.
It goes through you for tax purposes.
Yeah, it's just I'm the head of everything here, so I just need to see every cent before, it heads that way. What did you get mad at?
Nah, it was something. It was like a. I can't remember.
Okay.
If I thought on it for a while, I'd probably think of it, but probably not worth it. It had something to do with like some scale that didn't make sense.
Okay. New Pathos, it's still out. It's on the streaming things. There's that company that's trying to steal all your Spotify data. That you get to make your little fake fest lineup, and some of the homies lineups have Pathos in it, and I appreciate the homies. It's that good shit. That's all I could say. 4 songs. It's that hot shit. It's that good shit.
Yeah.
Friend, still good. I'm still good at Smash. Send me those friend codes.
I'm gonna be in California. Hang out with me.
Brad will be in California.
I'm not gonna have a lot of time
in April. But... I'm gonna be in California in May.
Damn, that sucks.
Come down.
Well, I'll just go visit you in Chicago.
Yeah, you could do that. I'll be there in May. We'll both be doing our own solo and That's the Thing shows at Chain Reaction. Tickets go on sale this Friday, 10 p.m. Pacific time. And I think that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in this evening. I've been your host, Matt Wainwright. That's been Brad Gully. And
not will be. Next
will
time.
Always be. And we'll see you later. Good night. I feel like they have
somebody fucking hosting a 24-hour news show. What is that?
I don't choose sides, I don't do the dishes, I don't change my mind. You don't know the difference, just want cheese and the bread, homie. Gotta speak up, I can't hear what you said, homie. Put that on my dead homies. Loose lips, not a word, like a silent film. Sleep in the same bed, but you tired of him. Come on, baby girl, why you lying to him? Why you lying to me? Why you lying to them? Oh boy, so excited, can't wait. Married to the game, but your ass can't relate. Niggas wanna beef, then you should've ordered steak. Acting like a bitch, trying to eat off my plate. You got a little buzz like an onomatopoeia. Attracting all this honey, but I can never be a Kelly stay sunny, but you can never see me. What about a hottie, cause her body looking Fiji? Sheesh, put him in the dirt. Niggas moving last, but they talking like the first. No, you not gold, you more who did it worse. I don't point fingers, I'm more
Sharp point, Dexter, always on point. I was born flexing, jaded vision shaded. Shot my nigga Jester, yes sir. Cleaning off the table, watch you bust it, fussing. I don't play boy, I'm a tester, Hefner. It's been a long summer. You ain't really bout it, but you with it. Must've got the wrong number. God ain't answer any prayers. You all gon' love me, you all gon'. So I ain't doing no favors. You all gon' dump me, you all gon'. So I ain't doing no favors. I feel like the holiest, gas on petroleum. Gotta thank God I'm alive. I see that you sodium, raising my woody, man. Too much of y'all niggas, I'm gonna die inside. Tapping on my noggin, is this thing on? Everybody bodied, everything wrong. Guillotine, mic drop, sing songs in a city. Pity, see your head nod. See you sitting like you Humpty Dumpty dog. I'ma make you eggnog. Make your hair ring, make your days long. Shitty, 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 hell nah. You should know better, cold weather. I'm like no sweater, soul brother. So child, roam wild, whoa, now, whoa, Nelly, Helly, drop the view, overview, Pilot Jones, hold my soup, turban, it's turning you, burning, man, serving you, see that I'm hurting, man, why ain't I hurt from you, scratching the surface, searching for certainty, serpents be surfing, lurking on luxury, won't pick my book, steady be judging me, smoke grass and cut time, so suckers can't fuck with me, It's been a long summer, you ain't really bout it, but you with it, must've got the wrong number, God ain't answer any prayers, you all gon' love me, you all gon'. So I ain't doing no favors. You all gon' dump me, you all gon'. So I ain't doing no favors.